Human accidentally wins alien marriage tournament. Prize is the Emperor's daughter. No one told Marcus Leighton that the event he wandered into was a royal marriage tournament. He was just trying to find the shuttle bay. 1 minute. He was following poorly translated signs in the capital city of Veltrax Prime, the alien empire's glowing jewel. The next, he was standing in a wide-open arena surrounded by roaring crowds, blinking up at a 12-foot-tall, insectoid announcer in ceremonial gold armor. And the final contestant enters. The voice boomed, eyes glinting. A bold new challenger from the outer systems. Marcus raised a hand. Sorry, think I took a wrong turn. The crowd screamed in approval. Moments later, someone shoved a staff into his hands and pushed him toward a circle of contestants, massive, muscular, or armed with strange weapons. Across the arena stood a towering throne, and upon it sat the Veltraxian Emperor and his daughter, Princess Ilari, gleaming in silver armor and violet silks. She looked amused. The Emperor did not. Let the royal trial begin. Marcus survived the first round by pure accident. 2 warriors charged him at once. One slipped on his own oily boots and took out the other. Marcus tripped backward, flung his staff without thinking, and struck the last opponent in the head. The crowd erupted. He was declared the round's victor. He tried to leave. He was shoved back into a resting chamber and given a victory feast instead. What exactly is this tournament? He asked the translator droid. Winner earns a sacred right to bond with the Emperor's daughter. This is the highest honor. Marcus nearly choked on a slice of glowing fruit. What? Each round was more ridiculous than the last. One involved catching a lava wasp with bare hands. Marcus ducked instead of trying, and the wasp flew into another contestant's face. Another was a riddle contest judged by ancient priests. Marcus blurted nonsense that accidentally solved an unsolvable question. Then came the combat test with memory-shifting illusions. He closed his eyes and refused to fight what wasn't real. The judges called it spiritual clarity. After the final trial, an obstacle course over electrified platforms, Marcus made it halfway before falling. But every other contestant had fallen sooner. He had won. By accident. The arena shook with applause. The Emperor looked like he'd swallowed something bitter. Princess Ilari's expression was unreadable. A formal ceremony was arranged within hours. The alien court bustled with preparation, and Marcus was fitted with ceremonial armor that didn't quite suit a human's proportions. Princess Ilari approached him in the waiting chamber. So, she said, her voice smooth but curious, you are the victor. I didn't mean to be. That much is obvious. Marcus flushed. Look, I didn't know this was a marriage tournament. I literally just wanted to get to my ship. Ilari tilted her head. You survived challenges that have killed trained warriors. Either you are charmed by fortune or hiding great skill. Mostly panic. To his surprise, she laughed. Perhaps that is a useful trait. The Emperor summoned Marcus before the ceremony. You are not a Veltrax, the Emperor said coldly. You are not worthy. I agree. Then renounce the win. Spare me the shame of bonding my daughter to an off-worlder. Marcus hesitated. If your daughter wants me to walk away, I will. But if she chooses, it should be her voice, not yours, that says so. The Emperor stared at him. Slowly, he nodded. At the royal altar beneath glowing trees and twin moons, Princess Ilari stood radiant. Marcus, still adjusting the ceremonial armor, looked stunned to even be there. The high priest read the rites. Let the chosen warrior speak. Marcus stepped forward. I didn't come here to win anything. I'm not a warrior. Not really. I'm just a guy who fell into the wrong room at the wrong time. But I don't take promises lightly. If this is real, if this is what you want, princess, I'll stand beside you, awkward armor and all. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Then Zalari smiled. "I choose him." The bond was sealed. Afterward, Zalari pulled him aside into the palace gardens. "You are unlike anyone I've ever met," she said, studying his face. "You do not seek power. You do not pretend to understand our customs. Yet you are honest and oddly lucky." "I think I might be dreaming," Marcus admitted. She stepped closer. "Would you like to stay in Empire? Learn our ways." "I think I'd like to learn you first." She smiled again, and this time it wasn't a royal smile. It was hers. Months passed. Marcus remained by her side, learning the culture, adapting to the strange world that had chosen him. He began training in earnest, becoming not just a husband, but a symbol. Enemies of the throne called it a farce. The common people, they adored him. A human with no strength or title who'd won the most coveted honor by accident, and then stayed by choice. He and Zalari grew close. What began as an awkward misunderstanding deepened into respect, and something more. When threats arose against the Empire, it was Marcus who devised a diplomatic solution no one else could see. And when he stood with Zalari before the High Council 6 months later, no one questioned it anymore. The accidental champion had become something else entirely.